Philippians chapter 1 verse 6 says this, "He who has begun a good work in you shall perfect it unto the day of Yeshua Messiah." Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day 3 of Elchanan, and I pleaded. And it would seem then this section that we're going into today, Deuteronomy, chapter 4, beginning with verse 25, it's as if Yah is pleading with Israel. It says, "When you bring forth children and grandchildren, and shall grow old in the land, and shall do corruptly, and make a carved image in the form of whatever, and shall do what is evil in the eyes of Yahweh your Elohim to provoke him, I shall call the heavens and the earth to witness against you on that day, that you soon completely perish from the land which you pass over the Jordan to possess." Boy, this is the load of encouragement from Moshe here. He says, you do not prolong your days in it, but are completely destroyed. So, is he telling this generation you need to go over and prepare to die? Or is he warning them, hopefully to a level where they say, we'll be careful not to mess up, Moshe? Not exactly sure what he is trying to convey here. But it would seem that there is a doomsday report at hand. It says, continuing in verse 27, "Yahweh shall scatter you among the peoples, that is, among the nations, the Goyim, and you shall be left few in number among the nations where Yahweh drives you. And there you shall serve mighty ones, the works of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell." Now we'll go back to verse 29 in just a moment. Let's stop right where we are at. And so Moshe is saying, when you have lost your mind, to be plain and blunt about it, it's going to be a few generations in the future. We're talking about your grandchildren here. There is a point in time where you are going to forget who it was that brought you here. How you got your journey will be but a distant memory. And you will take living in this grand land and all of its benefit for granted. How often and how easily that is done in the human experience. We just come to expect that what has been will continue to be, especially if it's favorable to us. Here in the United States, we go where we want. We eat pretty much whatever we choose. Even in our hardest of times, even if we have to put it on a charge card, if we really think we need something other, we'll go get it. And people are more than happy to have us swipe plastic, and they'll even say, hey, we'll give you 10% off if you'll open up a credit account here, 20% off on some sales days. And we fall for that hook, line, and sinker. And we think little about it. As long as I can make the monthly payment, I'm good to go, right? Not a good and smart way to live. Nevertheless, we in America, even among those who are the tightest in their budget or over budget, we live well. And we just assume that the American economy will continue as it has for a rememberable past, and we'll eat and sleep and go and do and buy and have, and it's all going to be good. What is it going to take for Yah to kind of shake us out of our comfortable, convenient tree and bring us to a place of a reality check? He says here that he will call heaven and earth to witness against you. These are the two eternal witnesses. Heaven will witness against us. Now, how does it do that? Yeshua said that we are to pray, your will be done in earth or on earth as it is in heaven. That is, that the will of heaven is to honor, glorify, and exalt Yahweh, and to see his son's kingdom established here upon the earth. That's Yah's will. We also know that those days prior to, sometimes called the footsteps of Mashiach or Messiah, are going to be turbulent days. Yeshua warned us in Matthew 24 about the turbulence and the tumult of these last days. We read in the book of Revelation, we read in the book of Daniel, we read in the other prophets about how the upset and the challenges of these last days will come upon us. It could be said that they will come suddenly as birth pains upon a woman with child. So today may be a good day. You need to be prepared that tomorrow may not be such a good day. Not prophesying doom and destruction here, but I want us to have a reality check that sometimes heaven just announces it has begun. And the sifting process has begun, and indeed it already has. We are in the sifting process now. Personally, I believe that on October the 7th, another level of sifting took place and is taking place continually. We're not finished with that yet. Then it says that the earth will stand up and witness against us. That could mean possibly natural disasters, storms that are beyond what we've seen in the past, tornadic applications of storms, temperatures plunging. We worried about global warming. We might want to be worried about global freezing. Not kidding. And then there are those that are, volcanoes, and the list can go on. If you live in such areas that are prone to these disasters, I'm mentioning what you're already familiar with. But what if it hits in ways that we're not anticipating, and that the earth strikes in unusual places? So we need to be aware and watch as these things unfold and realize God's trying to get our attention. Now, it says here, and he's prophesied, the current state of things, and that is that many of us are in exile. My understanding is that the population in Israel right now is somewhere around 9 million. Not all of those are Jews, but many millions of Jews have worked their way back home. Many million in other places, especially in Europe, and then again here in the United States. It would be good for them to make Aliyah and strengthen the nation of Israel. We're not trying to get rid of anybody, but the call of Yah is for his people to come home. And it's getting more and more dangerous in the other nations for the Jewish people to remain where they are. But he is also alluding to us, and there is a time coming where we're going to be seeking a way to get home. That means that we're going to redefine what home is. He says then in verse 29, and here's where we want to get to, but from there you shall seek Yahweh your Elohim, and shall find when you search for him with all your heart and with all your being. In your distress, when all these words shall come upon you in the latter days, that's our days, then you shall return to Yahweh your Elohim and shall obey his voice. That's already started to happen. For many of us, it's happened years or not, maybe even decades ago, that we started to hear his voice and we began to reorder and rearrange our lives according to his word. And it was a great challenge. We thought that we were good to go as we were. And we were accepted where we were. We were acknowledged. We were a part of the team. We were functioning. And God was teaching us there's more. Seek me for the more. Be willing to color outside the lines. Look again. Ask again. Come on, pray a little deeper. Go a little further. Seek my face a little further. And then we found the questions without easy answers, and we stumbled into, oh my, when did they put that in there? And so we find ourselves right where this word is. We're needing to seek him. It's important. With all our heart and all our being. That may be why that the hard times come, is that we not trust in the fluff that is around us and our stuff, but rather that we become desperate for his face and his true reality. May Yah help us in such days, and may Yah help us to see each other again tomorrow. Until then, shalom.